Good morning, students. We'll carry on further with the chapter. The last resources that we have to discuss in the chapter are the natural vegetation and wildlife. Okay. Now, last year in geography we had specific chapters on different type of vegetations. Okay. So, starting with this natural vegetation, wildlife, they exist only in biosphere. You all have read biosphere. What is biosphere? It is a narrow zone of contact between lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere where life occurs. Okay, so we know that in this biosphere, all plants, animals, every living being is depended upon each. They depend upon each other. They are interrelated and they are interdependent. So this supporting system is known as ecosystem. This we have already read last year in geography and you have read in science also. Okay, now these sources, they are very useful to us. How? Plants, they provide us with different things like timber. Timber means the wood that is used to make different things, maybe doors, furniture, etc. Okay, then plants, trees and plants, they give shelter to animals, they produce oxygen, they protect soil. Okay, and they act as shelter belts that we did yesterday. They help in storage of underground water. They give us fruits, nuts, latex, turpentine oil, gum, medicinal plants, paper. Okay, now latex is a liquid substance that comes out from the trees, and how it is used, some kind of tree. Okay, and how it is, and it is used in some purposes. Okay, so there are many other uses of plants and trees. It is not that only these uses are there. Now if we talk about wildlife means the life that occurs wildly in forests. So it includes different kinds of animals, birds, insects, as well as aquatic life form inside the rivers, the lakes and sea. Okay, now these animals, they provide us milk, meat, hides and wool. Okay, before I go on further, I would like to discuss one thing with you. Hides and skins, we have been using this term last year also, that when hides and skins of animals are used. So what is the difference between hide and skin? Now the difference is in their thickness. Okay, in working with various kinds of leather, those that can be split into two or more pieces parallel to the outside of leather are called hides. Means while working on their skins, when skin is taken out, if 3-4 parallel layers of skin can be cut out from that same animal's skin, means the skin is taken out and you can take out 3-4 parallel layers without breaking it. That is called hide. Okay, but if you can't take out those parallel layers, the skin is very thin, then it is called skin. Okay, but in some areas, hide and skin, these terms are used, there is no difference, they are used interchangeably, means any term is used in place of the other. Okay, so insects, they, like bees, they give us honey, they help in pollination of flowers, and they also, many of them, they help us by cleaning our ecosystem by acting as decomposers. Okay, now you know decomposer bacteria are there. Okay, they eat out the dead bodies of plants and animals. So birds who feed on insect, those birds who eat insect, they also act like decomposers. Vulture, another example. Now vulture, you know, it is a scavenger. Okay, scavenger means which feeds on dead bodies. Okay, so vulture is a scavenger and it is considered as the vital cleanser of the environment, because you know, if like dead bodies, they keep on lying as such in the forest, in grasslands, so it will add to the environmental problems. Okay, because of the smell that comes out from dead bodies, and due to all those problems, so vulture is a good scavenger and it is cleanser of environment, which is very important. Vital means it is very important. So all these animals, big or small, okay, whether they are on earth, in water, in air, or anywhere. All of them, they are very important. They are integral to maintaining balance in ecosystem. They are very important for maintenance of this ecosystem. Okay, before I go further, now vultures, I discussed just now that they are scavengers. Now vultures in Indian subcontinent, recently they have been dying of kidney failure. Why? Because they are eating out those animals which have been treated with diclofenac. It is a type of medicine. Okay, and what has happened that due to this diclofenac, now diclofenac is a kind of painkiller. Okay, so these vultures, they are dying of kidney failure if they eat such animals, those animals which have been given diclofenac. Okay, so now efforts are being made so that this drug means medicine, diclofenac, it should be banned totally in this whole subcontinent, and vultures are being bred, means their community is being increased by keeping them in zoo like conditions, by keeping them in captivity, so that their number increases. Afterwards they will be released in the their natural environment. Okay, next comes distribution of natural vegetation. Now we have already last year different chapters were there. So different type of vegetations. First is forest, second grasslands, shrubs and scrubs, then tundra vegetation. We know all of them, they occur in such areas where there is different pattern of rainfall. Those areas which receive heavy rainfall, they will have forest. Okay, the trees will be very good in height. Forests are dense because of good availability of water. Then in grasslands, here the rainfall is not high, it is not low. Okay, the rainfall is moderate in such places, and you will find more grasses there and less of the trees, and trees will be of stunted height, means the trees will be of shorter height as compared to forest. Then shrubs and scrubs, they are found in dry areas like deserts where rainfall is very less. Okay, rainfall is scanty. There you will find shrubs and scrubs, or you will find those plants, example like a cactus. Okay, such plants, their stem is spongy, the leaves have got reduced to spines, and roots are very deep inside the earth, inside the soil. So as to all these techniques the plants have adopted to, so that they save water. Okay, because the water is very scanty there. Then tundra vegetation is in very cold areas and those areas which are near to the pole, higher mountains and poles. And examples of tundra vegetation, mosses, lichens, we all have read these examples last year. Go through them again in this chapter. Okay, further, forests are of two types. Last year also we read evergreen and deciduous. Two type of forest: evergreen forest where rainfall is very heavy, like examples of Amazon forest we read last year. In India also evergreen forests are there in some parts. Then deciduous forest where rainfall is a little bit less than these areas. Okay, and evergreen forest, we know that they shed their leaves in layers, not all together, they shed their leaves but in layers. Deciduous forest, the trees in these forests, they shed their leaves once in a year, that is dry season, that can be in summers or winters. Okay, then both of these forests, further, they are of two types, tropical and temperate, depending upon the areas whether they are present in tropical area or temperate area. Okay, so this was the thing about different types of vegetation. Okay, now talking about forest and other type of vegetation, with increase in human population, okay, what has happened that their needs have increased, and to feed the growing population, large areas of forest have been cleared to grow crops. Okay, so forest cover around the world is vanishing, it is finishing rapidly, very quickly. So there is urgent need to conserve this valuable resource. So how this conservation can be done? Okay, so the regarding the conservation of natural vegetation and wildlife, forests are wealth. Wealth doesn't mean that they give us money only. Obviously, they serve us in many kind of ways. That is why they are real wealth for us. Okay, plants, they give shelter to animals and together they maintain ecosystem. Okay, changes of climate, human interference has caused loss of natural habitat for plants and animals. Okay, due to human interference, what has happened, like last year also we read that many times steps had been taken to cut rainforests, Amazon rainforest, and what happened that due to those interferences the world had suffered many disasters afterwards. Okay, last year also we know that like bushfires, forest fires are there. 2 times it occurred, first in Amazon rainforest, then further in Australia. It went for many months in Australian bushfires, and we lost a lot of natural wildlife, vegetation and wildlife during these fires. Okay, though both of the fires, they were started by humans, but they got uncontrollable. Okay, and we lost much of our wealth in these fires. This is another peak of loss of rainforest in Great Nicobar, Indian Islands. Okay, Nicobar Islands after tsunami. These happened due to tsunami, but you know that even the human beings, they keep on cutting forests for certain purposes, so that should be stopped or it should be lessened and afforestation should be done. Okay, now many of the species have become vulnerable or endangered. Okay, both are same. You know that those species which are on the danger of getting extinct, getting finished from the planet, and some are on the verge of extinction, some are endangered, some are near to extinction, and some have already got extincted. You know about that. Okay, like Royal Bengal tiger, it is endangered species. Okay, so many things are responsible for that: deforestation, soil erosion, construction activities, forest fires, tsunami, landslides. These are both human made and natural factors. Okay, and not only that, like here I talked about one line that loss of natural habitat for plants and animals is there. So why that has occurred? Because human beings, they are encroaching upon the forest. Okay, now lately during this lockdown you have heard that many wild animals, they are coming inside cities, like jaguar coming to 2 jaguars were seen in Chandigarh. Okay, so this tells that we have encroached so much inside their forest, they have got nothing left there. They don't get food to eat there, so they are coming into human habitats. Okay, so this should be controlled. Okay, so another major concern is poaching. Poaching is hunting, illegal hunting. Okay, and poaching is done for collection and illegal trade of hides, skins, nails, teeth, horns, as well as feathers of many type of birds and animals. Okay, some of the animals that are being hunted for such reasons: tiger, lion, elephant, deer, black buck, crocodile, rhinoceros, snow leopard, ostrich and peacock. Okay, so all this should be stopped and awareness should be increased. Go through these news clippings given here in the chapter. Government has taken many steps by like building national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, biosphere reserves, etc. What is national park? It is a natural area designated to protect ecological integrity of one or more of the ecosystems for present and future generations. Any area that is protected, natural area, that may be forest or anything protected by the government. Okay. Then biosphere reserves, a series of protected areas through a global network intended to demonstrate relationship between conservation and development. All these places, they have been made to save different kind of plants, trees, birds and animals. Okay, so these type of conservation measures have been taken by the government, and if you want a balance in environment, then we should not keep on disturbing that balance by killing certain kind of species. Okay, and awareness programs like growing of plants through Van Mahotsav, it should be done. Okay, then awareness program against hunting should be done. Awareness program against not using the products made with and made from animal skins, feathers, or all those things. Okay, and another thing, like in many governments, they have banned killing of many animals. Like in India, killing of lions, tigers, deers, the great Indian bustards, peacocks have been banned. And another thing that has been done is a convention, that is CITES. Now, what is CITES? First thing, what is the convention? It is an agreement between countries covering particular matters. Means an agreement has been signed between different countries to upon some issues. And in this CITES, conservation of plants and for conservation of plants and animals, a list has been made, and trade of animal products of those animals is totally prohibited. Okay, so CITES full name is the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora. Okay, it is an international agreement signed between various governments, and international trade of many animal products has been banned so that there is no threat to their survival. So roughly 5,000 species of animals, 28,000 species of plants are protected. Examples: bears, dolphins, cacti, corals, orchids, aloes. Okay, these are some of the examples of those plants and animals which are banned, which are saved, which under this convention, under this agreement, and they can't be killed, they can't be hunted for selling of any kind of product that is made from any of their organ. Okay, so just read the chapter. We finish with the chapter today. If any problem, you can ask me.